Welcome back to day 2. Today we're going to be focusing a little bit on the kidney element, which is the water element in Chinese Qigong. So go ahead and start with your hands up overhead, and you're going to twist around, and as you're twisting, this back leg is going to come up onto the toes and twist with the body. And come around as far as you feel comfortable, and then you're going to come back to center, plant your foot down, and then come up onto the other side. And then come back and just go back and forth. We're loosening up the shoulder joints, the neck, the upper back. This is called the mixer, because you're loosening up the energy and getting it to mix around and flow through the body. So inhale as you come to the center and exhale as you spin around. And you can begin to bring your hands down lower. So now they're just about shoulder height. And this is not a competition of how far you can stretch. This is more going to the capability of where you're at. If you can't stretch very well or turn very far, that's okay, because just doing to the best of your ability is going to give you some benefits as long as you're moving. Bring your hands down a little bit lower to the chest. Let's work on that mid-back. So as you're spinning, pull your back hand as far back around as you can comfortably, so you're getting a complete stretch. Go ahead and bring your hands down to your waist. Get that lower back loosened up. And then down, hanging down by your sides. And slowly unwind. Now we're going to do the same movement that we did yesterday. We're going to do spinal cord breathing, so you can make little fists with your hands. You're going to bring your shoulders back, look up, take a deep breath into the lower abdomen, and then tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, and round the back. Breathe in and exhale. You can exhale out the mouth to release the extra energy. Make sure your toes are pointing forward. Let's do one more. Come back up and shake it out if you need to. So with this next one, we're going to step wider than shoulder width. Get a nice stance. Make sure your feet are still pointed forward. They can be out just slightly if that feels more comfortable, but try to get them as forward facing as you can. And you're going to put your hands on your knees. This is called Move Your Body Like a River. So what you're going to do is it's getting that same spinal movement we did yesterday, the lateral spinal movement with the dog wagging its tail. This one is going to be similar, but it's called Move Your Body Like a River because you're floating like a reed in the river. So you're going to bend your knee and swing your hips that direction, and then you're going to slowly bring the rest of your body around and your head comes last. So just imagine a reed floating in the ocean or a river, the way it gets that ripple. Try to get that same movement with your spine. Nice, gentle, flowing movement. So hips first, shoulders, and then the neck. this one is also a diverse move. You can come up and do it more in a standing position, especially if you have knee issues. You don't have to shift the weight as much. Or you can come down low and really feel into that lower back. Do whatever feels best for you. All right, now go ahead and just hang forward. Relax. Straighten the legs if you can, and just come down as far as you can. Feel that stretch all along the back of your legs. And then you're gonna grab the back of one hand. You're gonna bend your knee and roll up the spine. You're gonna draw your hands up overhead and do a little bit of a back bend. And then you're gonna exhale and come back down. This is called full body flow, and what we're doing with this is we're opening up all the muscles and meridians in the front of the body as we lean forward. And we're getting all the muscles and meridians in the back of the body as we bend down. Let's do one more. Roll up that spine, push the hips out, hands out to the sides, and walk your feet in. All right, so one of the things you can do to stimulate your body's energy is to tap on the different pressure points in the body. What we're gonna do is you're gonna come a little closer so you can see. So you're gonna separate your fingers like this, and you're gonna put them on the sides of the ears. And we're gonna stimulate it by rubbing. So you're gonna just rub up and down. You've got 3 fingers in the front and your index finger behind. And just rub really fast, up and down. And you can pinch a little bit with your fingers, almost like scissors. And now just pull on your ears a little bit. Your ears have over 105 pressure points, something like that. I have to look it up again, but it's over 100 pressure points. So we want to get that in, or get those nice and stimulated. Just pull on them, get the insides, get up at the top, around. And relax. Now what you're going to do is we're going to bring more energy to our hands. You're going to take your fingers and you're just going to rub the knuckle and the fingernails together. Include your thumb too, and just go back and forth really fast. And just feel the buzzing and tingling that's taking place in your hands. You're stimulating, you're waking up your body's natural energy as you do that. Now, with our hands full of energy, we're going to start tapping on the head and increase the energy that we just woke up from rubbing on the ears. So you can tap the top of your head, tap the sides on your temples. You can tap in the forehead. You can tap the cheeks all around. You're going to tap the neck, just make sure you go gently. You can tap harder on the back of the neck where the head and the neck meet. There's all kinds of pressure points on the top of our head. It's good to stimulate. Pressure points right by the nose, good for the sinuses. Take a deep breath in as you tap on the sides of your nose. Now, shake out your hands and then hold with your palms facing your face. And then just gently send energy through your palms into your hands. Just imagine golden light coming out your palms and into your face. And then you're going to make little circles. So you're going to bring your hands out to the sides, to the back, and just infuse your head with this healing golden light that's coming out of your palms. Now see if you can feel the energy without actually touching your skin. A lot of people can feel the warmth from their hands when their hands aren't even close to touching their skin, because the energy, we just woke up so much energy, it's strong and it's radiating. This is a really good move to do if you're needing to stay awake, maybe before a long drive, or if you have to study or something like that. This is really good to wake up the energy of the mind. All right, now we're going to go ahead and start knocking on the chest. This is good for the lungs. Take some deep breaths into the lower abdomen. And then go ahead and slap down the inside of the arms. Come around and slap up the outside. So we're following the pathway of the meridians. The yin meridians go down the inside of the arm, and the yang meridians come up the outside of the arm. So we're getting it to flow in its natural direction as we slap down. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Don't forget to get the shoulder. Come around to get the front of the shoulder. Hang at the chest. Take some deep breaths. And just pause for a moment and feel how your arms feel after that slapping motion. They feel buzzing, tingling, lighter. The more you tune into those sensations, the more your body will easily recognize it. So if you're not feeling anything now, just try to tune into it, but the more you do it, you'll get more used to it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go around to the lower back. We're going to stimulate the kidneys and all the other pressure points along the back. The Ming Men for the door of life. And then there's some other pressure points there, along there too. So just up and down the back. And then you're going to wrap your hands around as you slap down the outside of your leg. So it's going to hit the outside of the leg and also the back too, because you're kind of wrapping it around. So you're going to slap down the outside of the legs, and then you're going to slap up the inside of the legs. The outside of the legs are the yang meridians, and the inside of the legs are the yin meridians. So we're getting it to flow. And go ahead and start knocking with loose fists on your in your pubic area, in the lower abdomen. Go ahead and make circles. We're going to go down the left and up the right, because that is the direction that your digestion flows, and so we're stimulating your digestive tract and helping for a more smooth digestive experience. And that's not just digestion of food, it's also digestion of your life experiences. And just pause for a moment and tune into how your body's feeling. You can close your eyes and picture the sensations flowing through you. All right, let's go ahead and do our shaking again. Get everything loosened up, get all that extra energy released. Breathe out the mouth. You can even turn to the side, shake into that, and feel the tightness of your back getting loosened up as you shake into it, and turn to the other side. And slowly relax. So we're going to go into our flowing movements now, and what we're going to do with that is we're going to do one called Open the Flow. So it's really simple. What you're going to do is you're going to float your arms up as if they're on water or being held up by balloons, like they're light as a feather. And then you're going to just float them back down. And if you want, you can close your eyes to fully tune into the movement. So you're going to inhale through the nose as they float up, and then exhale out the nose as they float down. Relax into it. As you begin to relax and use the minimal amount of effort, you begin to see that there's an energy moving within you. It's almost as if you aren't even moving your hands. There's a force behind your effort that moves it for you. You can start seeing where your power comes from the more you relax. When we're stiff and tense, we're not utilizing our energy to the fullest of its capacity or capabilities, because we're using all of our energy in the wrong ways. And when we relax, we allow the energy to go where it needs to go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have one hand on the back in your kidney area. It's going to rest across your spine, and the other hand is going to come up overhead. And you're going to turn to one side, and you're going to dip down as if you're dipping into water. And then you're going to come back up, the palm faces out, and you're just going to do a couple of flowing circles. This is called Zen circles. Imagine your hand is dipping into healing water. This is for the kidneys, which is the water element. So you're dipping into that water, and you're scooping it up and filling up your kidneys with that healing water. Now what you're going to do is, instead of bending down, you're just going to keep making the same movements, keep twisting at the waist, but you're going to make your movements a little bit tighter and smaller. You're condensing the chi around you. And then go ahead, and you don't have to twist anymore, just make that circle smaller and smaller. And then what you're going to do is it's called sword finger. So your thumb is going to be placed on your ring finger and pinky, and your middle finger and your index finger are going to point straight ahead. And you're going to draw that into your belly button. And the hand that's behind is going to come and rest on your spine, on the Ming Men point, the door of life point that we talked about. And you're going to stand here. This is the standing posture for the kidney element. And imagine you're being plugged in. This is the plug, and you're plugging into the energy source all around you. And you're filling up your batteries. Take some deep breaths, and you can even picture the color blue. The water element is associated with the color blue, and that is the highest frequency that it resonates with. So you can picture your entire body being surrounded in a bright blue light. Now go ahead and we're going to switch. So bring your other hand across and resting on your kidneys in the back, and make circles, palm facing out. Dip down into that healing water. Fill up the reservoir of energy, the batteries of life. Go ahead and make the movements a little bit smaller. Relax into it. It's not a forced movement. This is supposed to be a beautiful flow to get the energy moving through you. When you force things, you're not relaxing. And when you're fast, you're not relaxing, so you can just go nice and slow. Condense that energy. Swirl it in even tighter. Make the sword finger and draw all that energy you just condensed into your lower abdomen, or the lower dantian area. And pull that back hand onto your spine and just stand for a moment. Plug in to the energy field around you. Picture the bright blue light. And relax. Go ahead and stand with your feet together. Crisscross your thumbs and bring them to your lower abdomen, right below the belly button in the lower dantian. And you're going to take deep breaths as you relax into this posture, and we're going to store all that energy into our lower dantian. And what you can do to kind of help with storing the energy there is picture just a tiny pearl of light right behind your belly button and down maybe about an inch. And as you inhale, that pearl of light expands, and as you exhale, it contracts. And so as you visualize that, you can picture all that energy just going into that pearl of light we just, or all the energy we just cultivated going into that pearl of light to be stored for later. Close your eyes. You can feel the rocking of your body as you relax. And set your intention for how you want the rest of your day to go.